Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about Tibor Nagy. Tibor Nagy, who is heading to the U.S. State Department. He's going back to the U.S. State Department. We saw his leadership during that period where he was the U.S. Ambassador, the Undersecretary for African Affairs. He's going back there to push for African issues also, but he said he's bigger than Africa. So meaning that he's going for a more higher position within the State Department. And that is a good news for Ambazonians, because we all know Tibor Nagy has been one of those guys who have been very pushful, very supportive of our cause. Because he said he hails from Hungary, and in Hungary they face similar issues of independence struggle, where he was part of before being an American citizen. He hailed from Hungary, and he said his support for Ambazonia is because of what he witnessed in Hungary. Okay, so it's just telling us that he's doing all what he can to make sure that what Ambazonians decide, the Ambazonian people have the power, the authority to decide what they want for themselves. And from his past tweets, from his past comments, and from his past appearances, we have seen that Ambassador Tibor Nagy has been very supportive of the cause. Okay, and we hope that he's going to the U.S. State Department this time around will be more helpful to the people of Ambazonia, because the uproar that we see has been all along about his support for the people of Ambazonia. I'll play this excerpt, then we'll come back for the comments, okay? He has so many outings that he has gone out, but this is just an excerpt of one of his outings, okay?
I don't know whether you've taken time to talk to the people living in the Northwest and Southwest regions. Have you made any efforts to engage Cameroonian authorities to come to Cameroon to look at the situation, to compare with what obtained in 2016 and what obtains today?
Well, actually, thankfully, in this day and age, given technology, it's quite easier than my first time in Cameroon to be able to engage with people that are directly involved. I have talked to a wide circle of people who represent all kinds of political views related to what's going on. So as far as a foreigner goes, I think I have a pretty good idea.
Okay, you have a good idea. I want to go back to a tweet you did recently that actually made news in Cameroon, and it reads on Ambazonia and some folks still believing on UN Resolution 1608 happening. Sorry, let's you saying winning it like US gained independence, negotiating a really referendum, or Cameroon government handing over territory. UN Resolution 1608 is a false god. What actually occasioned or what motivated you that tweeting on that?
Well, from my point of view, Resolution 1608 is in the past. The most important thing is to look forward, not to the past, because there's no going back to Resolution 1608. As anyone can see what's happening in the United Nations and the United Nations Security Council, they have been incapable of dealing with the world's most severe crises. You know, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's going on in the Middle East, and in Africa, Sudan, which I would say is currently the worst conflict in the world. So with the United Nations incapable of dealing with those crises, something that happened decades and decades ago is simply not going to be brought back or resurrected. So the key is to say, okay, Resolution 1608 was important at its time, but if people waste time on it, they're not going to make any progress whatsoever. And, you know, that's like it, don't like it, that's the way it is.
Mama amba tapesila, maboju yo soju yo Francis.